In apartheid, Antioquia, a businessman was nearly the victim of a daring robbery. Two criminals on a motorbike snatched his necklace and tried to run away, but they did not expect him to be armed. The man pulled out a gun and fired back, forcing the robbers to abandon their loot and escape, injuring one of them. A video of the incident quickly went viral on social media, sparking heated debate. Many praised the businessman for his self-defense, while others said he risked his life for worthless possessions. A daring robbery in the middle of the night quickly turned into a nightmare for criminals. A black SUV parked on a deserted street became the target of three armed robbers. They approached for an easy attack, but chaos broke out in just a few seconds. Gunshots rang out from inside the SUV. One robber fell instantly, while the other two fled in terror. Even the getaway driver in the black hatchback sped away, leaving his injured accomplice writhing on the ground. Gauteng, South Africa, a daring ambush at the entrance of a private home was captured on surveillance camera. A woman driving a Jeep Grand Cherokee had just arrived home when suddenly another car followed closely behind her. Three men jumped out, guns drawn, and surrounded her car. Instead of panicking, the driver calmly locked the doors, then suddenly reversed the car, crashing into the robber's car. In the chaos, she hit two more times, even knocking one robber onto the hood. Panicked, the group hurried back to the car and escaped. The brave woman single-handedly stopped the attempted carjacking, despite the guns pointed at her. Rumor has it that the gun may have been fake, but her courage and determination were completely genuine. Horrific Kentucky home break-in. Security cameras captured four armed suspects kicking down the door of a Warren County home, but as soon as they burst into the bedroom bench, the homeowner, Austin Orwig, opened fire. The intruders panicked and fled, leaving Orwig with a wound to his right hand. Police released the footage online, asking for the public's help in finding the suspects. A man was riding a motorbike when suddenly two robbers were chasing him. He quickly pulled over, dropped the motorbike on the ground, and ran to safety. One of the two suspects jumped off, tried to lift the motorbike and run away. But suddenly, the man had a helmet in his hand, ready to attack him. At that moment, a passing driver stopped his motorbike. Realizing what was happening, he pulled out a gun and joined the fight. Together, they confronted the robbers. Surprised, the robbers panicked, left their motorbike in the middle of the road and ran away. Menace utter chaos at 5:10 a.m. Security cameras captured the horrific moment. An angry man threw a can of beer straight at a store employee's face. Seconds later, another customer rushed in, swung his fists, and kicked the attacker to the ground. The store employee also responded by throwing the can back at him before the suspect fled the store. Why the rage? Reports say he went berserk after the employee refused to pay $50 for a can of beer, forcing him to pay by card. In broad daylight in Sao Paulo, an armed robber pounced, pointing a gun at a couple who had just gotten out of their car. He thought his prey was helpless, but his fatal mistake was not knowing the man in front of him was a 28-year-old police officer. In a split second, the officer pulled out his gun and fired. The 21-year-old robber fell to the ground, trying to fight back, but it was over. He was rushed to the hospital, but his injuries were fatal. A 14-year-old boy suspected of attempting to rob a ride-hailing driver in Robbery, Preto, has been arrested. The boy was taken away by the driver after pointing a gun at him. Security cameras recorded the scene. The suspect pointed the gun, the driver accelerated, and the car hit the boy. Despite being injured in the arms and legs, he escaped with the help of his accomplices. Police later found him hiding at his grandmother's house, where he admitted to firing a gun during the crime. The case has been transferred to the juvenile court for further investigation. In McCalla, Alabama, a man attempted to break into a home. Homeowner Paula Tucker initially thought he was a delivery driver, but when he tried to open the door, her husband, Shelby Tucker, quickly pointed a gun at him. The man panicked, jumped off the porch, and desperately explained that he just needed a phone charger. Shelby ordered him to leave immediately, while his wife called 911. The suspect fled into the woods, but was later apprehended by police on Highway 459, wearing only green underwear. On Sunday afternoon in eastern Sao Paulo, a civilian police officer was surprised by a failed robbery. Two criminals on a motorbike approached, one of them shouting crime. The police officer quickly backed away, seized the opportunity, and opened fire on the person riding with him. The dramatic shootout was captured on surveillance cameras. The driver fled in panic, while his accomplice was injured. Surveillance cameras captured the dramatic moment in Houston when an armored truck robbery on Cullen Avenue, a bank employee was loading money into an ATM when 4 to 5 armed men jumped out of a white Chevy. Shots erupted between the suspects and the armed driver. Fortunately, no one was injured. One suspect ran away while the others ran on foot. Then he stole a nearby woman's car and fled.